Good morning, friends. First, I like to say welcome to Dublin. So, whether it's a weekend break to visit Georgian architectural elegance, days out with the children at museums, a taste sensations at one of the city's splendid restaurants, or trip to the famous Guinness Storehouse, Dublin has got it all. And shopaholics will rejoice with a trip down Grafton Street, the center of the city's main shopping district. Just make sure to explore the smaller streets just west of it too. And Dublin is a city of mouth-watering culinary delights with a wide array of restaurants, caves, and gastropubs enveloped with fresh Irish produce. Get a taste of high quality wine dining at one of the city's superb Michelin star restaurants. If it's culture you are looking for, if it is a culture you are looking for, then look no further than the historic National Gallery of Ireland, the jewel in Dublin's cultural crown. It is located just off Marion Square at the heart of the city's government and museum district. Dublin is packed full of historical interest with castles and cathedrals galore, but as you will see, it's also a thriving city and a gateway to some stunning rich countryside. So get those walking boots on and take in the spectacular sights as you like. Whether you are visiting for the business or pleasure, you can always be assured of finding something exciting to do, tasty to eat, or interesting to explore. So, whatever you do during your visit to one of the greatest European cities, please enjoy and come back soon. Dublin is packed full of historic castles and cathedrals, right? It's also a thriving city and a gateway to some of the stunning countryside. That is also important. That is what I'm again redefining it. And Dublin is a synonymous with the black stuff, and we don't mean the dark waters that gave the city its name. We are talking about the porter invented in the London in 1721. Since 1776, porter has become a specialty of Irish brewers based on St. James Gate in the Dublin. You may know it as a stout, Guinness stout to be exact. Today the Guinness Storehouse is the country's most popular tourist attraction and include a tasting experience and a chance to learn how to pour your own pint. Tours end with a sup of the iconic Gravity bar, then affording opulent views across a growing city. From there you can see the green expanse of Phoenix Park, the largest enclosed urban park in the Europe. It's home to a range of public buildings, including Aras and Uchardrian, the official residence of President of Ireland, and formerly House, the State Guest House, and Dublin Zoo, one of the oldest in the world. The park is also home to the roaming herds of the wild fallow deer and the succession of beautiful tree-lined avenues. There are also two monuments: the Papal Cross to commemorate the Pope's visit in 1079, and the Wellington Monument, an obelisk built to mark the victories of the famous Dublin-born Duke who beat Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Ireland has been producing whiskey since around 1400, nearly 100 years before Scotland, as already told. And any self-respecting consignor will enjoy Dublin's whiskey heritage. A great place to start the Dublin's Liberty's Distillery, a stunning state-of-art artworking distillery. housed in 400-year-old building in the heart of the city. And guided tours. Visitors can take the guided tours of the distillery to see the first hand how the whiskey is made, get up close and personal with the beautiful copper pot stills, and hear the stories from the vibrant liberties area that inspire the whiskies. The tour ends with the tasting in the impressive distillery bar, where the guests are all welcome to stay on and enjoy some perfect crafted cocktails as they overlook the still house. The ground floor is also home to a cave and whiskey shop. Discover over 800 years of history and awaken your senses at Dublin, only the boutique distillery. So, winner of the the Tourism Industry Award for the Dublin's Best Visitor Experience in 2019, Percy Lyons Distillery offer a visitor a unique blend of the Irish history, culture and whiskey in the working distillery in the Dublin's historic liberties. Meet the team and taste some of this finest whiskey Ireland has to offer. The city is surrounded by nature. Hope on bike or the dirt and take a short trip out to the Sandy Mount Strand, the most famous beach in the fiction. The strand's vast size at the ebb tide is immortalized in Alsace, where Stephen Dedalus wanders into eternity. It's also the location for the infamous passage involving the Leopold Bloom, which led to the book being banned in several countries. So there is a bird life galore around the beach and in the nearby Irish Town Irish Town Nature Park, which leads on to the gloriously remote Poolbeg Lighthouse. Walk a 1 kilometer sea walk and take in the seals and cormorants and savor the solitude of being so central in the city and yet so far away. There are two other attractions with maritime connections worth visiting. Epic, the Irish Immigration Museum, was named Europe's leading tourism attraction in 2019, 2010 and 2019, 20 and 21. He charts the struggles and achievements of the Irish diaspora, from the scientists, statesmen and scribes, Ireland's bestiaries to other nations, to the generals, outlaws and priests who made the rest of the world their home. A modern museum experience offering a particular thrilling to the young and inquisitive. It provides a fitting tenant for the beautiful CHQ building on Custom House 58, just down the road from the magnificent Custom House. For an overview of the city, try the Kickery, the Little Museum of Dublin, for a 30-minute award-winning trip through the story of Dublin. Dublin Castle, meanwhile, was long the bastion of the British rule in Ireland, and describes itself as the nerve center of historical power in Ireland, built in the 13th century of the site of Viking ruins. So it is having lot of actually tourist attractions, right? Actually, not only I can say historical, as well as actually commercial displays of artwork, stories and archives, not least about the first Bloody Sunday in 1920. If you have got an interest in archaeology, the main draw in the National Museum of Ireland, Archaeology on Kilda Street. For the day's trip outside the Dublin, make your first stop at Glendalough, an hour drive or bus ride away. The valley of the two lakes has an old monastery, varied woodland and some excellent hiking If driving, take a scenic route home via the Sally Gap and gaze at the vast emptiness of the Wicklow Mountain blanket bogs stretching out to the horizon. Take a DART railway from the city and visit the coastal village of Blackrock, the port town of Dunlawher, pronounced Don Lira, or the beautifully quiet coastal village of Dalkey, home to the Bonus Loco Club. So a lot of tourist attractions are there. So I'm requesting to visit once in your life. That will give you a very pleasant experience. Good morning, friends. First, I like to say welcome to Dublin. So whether it's a weekend break to visit Georgian or